Good morning, everyone. Hello, how are you? Welcome back to João Pessoa, Brazil. We are here at the enclosure of Lady the elephant. Her caregivers are going to go in and clean a little bit, so there's two of her caregivers. She has a different team today than was here yesterday, but so far everything's looking really good. Lady's doing great. For those of you who don't know, we are working on conditioning of Lady to the elephant transport crate. This started yesterday. She's in there. She can actually back out of where she is right now, so the guys are using a little bit of caution. I'm going to go up front and occupy her a little bit. Good morning from Kansas City. How are you? Pardon me for a minute here. Oh, Lady, you have sugarcane in here this morning. You have sugarcane this morning. Hi, sweet girl. There's our sweet Lady. The dirt on the side of her face is from laying down last night. She actually laid down on both sides, which is good. It tells us a little bit more about what her mobility. Sometimes elephants are only comfortable laying down on one side or the other. So, sorry, I'm totally out of focus. 1 second here. We can get a better angle for you guys. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, nose. I can't stand there very well, huh? It's too close. That nose is a very active nose, huh? I don't know why my camera is not focusing. Sorry guys, let me try to improve this a little. There we go. There's Lady. So she's doing well. Again, she has different caregivers today than she had yesterday. These two will be here today and tomorrow. So far, everything's really good. Lady was a little reluctant to come down the hill because she always eats breakfast in the barn, and she loves her fruit breakfast. So she this morning it took a minute to call her down because she was looking at the barn, then looking at the guys, and looking at the barn and looking at the guys, and eventually she came on down. Lady, stay with me for a minute, sweetheart. Stay with me. The guys have to clean. They have to clean your space. Is that better? There you go. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Go back to being a good place here. The light's not great. And go to the other side here. Sorry, trying to get a place that the phone will focus on her and not the steel. There we go. Yeah, so she's doing well. She's doing very well for this being her second day. She's exceptional. I talked to the guys earlier today about what the plan is. They seem to be comfortable with it. We're going to experiment back and forth with making noise behind her, just rattling the door a little bit, getting her more comfortable with us being behind her. And on the side of her, they were putting their hands through the side and touching her belly. She was really calm throughout all that. She's a little bit not accepting of new people. She, will smell me, but she's not super gentle about it. She's not totally opened up, which is normal. It's expected. The first time you meet somebody, you're not necessarily best friends. It takes a little while. It takes a little bit to adjust. I know that the pie in the sky, the dream world is that, oh my gosh, she loves you, everything's great, but that's just not the reality. These elephants have been through so much. We have to do a lot to build her trust. Make sure when she says, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, we listen. We have 2 documentarians here, and lady was just, her had a weird look in her eye, so I asked them to step away for a little while. So we do things like this. I go back and forth, sometimes a little closer, sometimes a little further away. Just take it nice and slow. Marianne, you just said she seems really interested in me. Not really. You know, she's watchful, but not interested in a way of, hey, I want to get to know you. She's just more watchful right now, and you can see it in her eye. She's not, you know, totally settled. She's comfortable enough, but she's not totally settled. So we're just, again, we got to take it easy. We got to take it slow. We got to give her a little bit of time, and just take it one step at a time, and not rush forward too far, and not expect too much. Yeah, it could be my connection, Marianne. It could be my connection here. I don't know how good it is. I've had some issues talking to Kat back home sometimes. So it could be the instability of the connection out here. I'm not sure. Hi, June. Somebody said, June just said, I just come on. Where is she going? She's actually on her way to Elephant Sanctuary, Brazil. Not right now. We've got a few more days to help her get comfortable. I'm going to go around behind her, give her a little bit of space here. Bom dia. Tudo bem? Go back in. So she's on her way to Elephant Sanctuary, Brazil. She's been here at the zoo for a number of years. She's an ex-circus elephant. She was removed from the circus, sent to this city here in João Pessoa, in the state of Paraíba. She was in not a great place for a while. Momento. Ela está indo. Usa cuidado, senão eles estão saindo. Tá. She's so cute. She's very charming. Very mischievous, actually. She's going to be fun to watch at the sanctuary. I think she's going to be very playful. So we are going to be here for a few more days, acclimating her to the container, and then we'll go ahead and start transport. It'll be about a 4 or 5 day transport, and then we'll arrive to Elephant Sanctuary, Brazil, where other elephants will be waiting, and highly skilled care, a lot of expertise. So we'll be able to help her feet. Her feet are pretty substantially infected. There's internal infections in her feet, very obvious swelling, and just from lack of treatment. Hold on a second. You guys are gonna look at the sky for a minute. I need to put the phone down. A little bit more, lady. Olá, tudo bem, senhora?
Tudo bom.
Ao contrário.
Huh?
Opa, that's me. You don't want to look at me. Hold on a second. Oh, you certainly don't want to look at me. You want to look at lady. There you go. There's our sweet girl again. Alright, so I've missed several comments there, but thank you guys all for joining us for this. I'm going to go back around her again, behind her again, and watch from the other side. I'm just trying to give her a little bit more space. She's responsive, but again, she's not super comfortable, so I just want to make sure we're not pushing boundaries and pushing past limits. Again, it's all about building trust. It's about taking our time, one step at a time. We're going to have a long few days ahead, a lot to do for her on the road. We want to make sure she's comfortable with us while traveling, so learning that we will respect her right away is a huge part of that. So again, a little bit of a give or take. As I said earlier, the guys here, we have been very open today with the discussions and about going around behind her, not in the same area as her behind her, but to the gate behind her. You can see it there. There's also a little side door. I will show you at some point. Maybe I'll go back around. It has a little access door for emergency access. but it's a good opportunity to kind of, reach over, touch her belly a little bit, for the guys to do it. I did a little bit this morning, but again, using caution. Using caution with this. So the guys she's much more comfortable with. It was actually really cute. One of the guys today was just really, really sweet with her, nice tone. The other one is not as comfortable expressing that type of emotion, but the one fellow is. So it's nice to see that type of genuine affection for her. She seems to respond favorably to it, so it's quite nice. But just working with the guys here, they're the ones that she knows and trusts. They're the ones that know her. There's one that she knows. So, and they're the pivotal part in this right now. While we start to adapt, while she starts to adapt to us, we got to let them take the lead on a lot of these actions, to let her know that they're here for her. They're encouraging her. They're happy for her. It's a tough place for them. I talked a lot about this yesterday. That she, for them, they're saying goodbye to an elephant they adore. And they know that she's going to a better place. Everyone's on the same page that she can't get what she needs here. They can't give her the proper foot care. They can't give her other elephants. They can't give her enough space. And they all know that. But it's still really hard to say goodbye to an elephant that you care for, that you love, that you adore. It's a tough situation. So they're in a bit of a difficult place, wanting to be there for her, but at the same time knowing that this means that it's going to be, the end of their daily relations for her. But I have no doubt they're going to be watching, and I have no doubt they're going to be happy to see when she does get to explore and see her new space. I'm going to go back around the other side again. So lots of comments again, lots of people from around the world, from Perth, Australia, to New Jersey, Rancagua, Chile. Hello, Rancagua, Chile. Ramba's doing exceptionally well. I'm sure you're watching her. She's just a joy. She's all over the place. Diana just asked, where is she in the moment? She's in João Pessoa, Paraíba, Brazil. She's at a small zoo, and we're working on getting her acclimated to the transport container, which arrived yesterday. As you can see, she's doing exceptionally well. She's really calm. She's really good. And in a few more days, we're going to hit the road, and for a 4 or 5 day trip. We say 4 or 5 because it's going to depend a lot on how she does. Lady, I'm going to go behind you a little bit. Okay, I'm going over here. We had this little access door that I talked about, so we can reach in. Hey, Ladybug, how are you? Reach in and say hello. You can see she's calm. She's good with this. She's watchful, but she's not super cautious. Not too concerned. It allows us to get a better look at some of her body condition, her skin. Her back feet have swelling as well. It's not just her front feet. So her front feet are pretty catastrophic actually. We'll show some more images. We're not doing too much, and we're not doing too much with her right now as far as foot care, foot treatment. We're starting some essential oils. Coming behind you, lady. Right here, sweetheart. So we'll go behind her, make a little bit of noise. Good job, sweetheart. Let her know we're here. We do all these kind of things before we start closing the gate, so she sees that we're going to go back and forth. So it's not just walking up and saying goodbye. Saying and closing the door and making noise. She has a big, long, beautiful tail. Her skin actually looks really good. She has really nice skin, lots of hair, lots of fuzz. All right, lady, I'm coming back around. Somebody asked, is she taller than Hannah? No, she's not. She's actually quite a bit shorter than Hannah. She's going to be the shortest one. She's a teeny little thing. Somebody asked, does she know her caregivers? Yes, of course, she knows her caregivers. They're with her every day, so they know she knows them well. She has a lot of trust and confidence with them. These are 2 other people that work here at the zoo. A lot of people do interact with her. She's normal for a small zoo to have a lot of different people around. She has 2 different teams, primary teams of caregivers. So 4 people that work with her on a regular basis, and then other people that come and go. But she's doing exceptionally well. Again, she seems to have a lot of trust in her caregiver, so that helps. Let's see, are they going to go with to welcome her? No, they're not going to. there was actually some resistance. This agreement came up as it was a mutual agreement, but it was because of, it was kind of forced into action because of a legal issue, because she's not receiving proper care for her feet, mainly because they just don't know what they're doing. They don't have the experience to deal with this type of foot condition, and not because they don't care, they just simply don't know what to do. So and they don't have the capacity to do it here. So it wasn't the greatest of situations to walk into, because there's a little bit of animosity. Although it was a mutual decision, everybody agreed to it. It took a little while to get to this point, and yeah, a little bit difficult. So we were a little bit on the outside of all of that. We were there consulting to provide advice of what elephants need, but we were not directly involved with any sort of legal battle. And eventually, once they did contact us to get more heavily involved, we welcomed the zoo to visit. And when the zoo came to visit, they simply said, this is where she must go. This is what is going to be best for her. We know you guys can do more than we can for her. And so that's the plan. That's how it all came down. So when we got here, some of the caregivers weren't exactly open. They were a little bit concerned because of some of the language that has been used with mistreatment and things of this nature that they took offense to, and understandably so, because the caregivers like, we adore her, we would never mistreat her. You know, they know they can't do everything for her, but they would never mistreat her intentionally by causing, you know, physical abuse. So we had to do a lot of just conversing with the caregivers yesterday, just talking a little bit about what we're all about, what this is all about, and how we appreciate them, and how we know that they're integral in her being comfortable to this, and make them be an important part of her transition. And things are starting to open up a little bit more. Things are definitely getting better, and everybody seems open. So it's a process. It's a journey for all of us. It's a journey for Lady, but she's, again, doing exceptionally well. You can see going inside, going outside, going back and forth. So she's doing great. Let's see, somebody said, how long will the whole process be to get her to the sanctuary? The trip will be about 4 or 5 days. We're hoping 4 days. We're hoping to get out of here early in the morning. The zoo is actually going to open everything up earlier than normal, so we can get here about 5 in the morning. It does get pretty light early here in this part of Brazil. By 4:30 the sun's already up, so we're probably going to get here at about 5 o'clock. Hopefully get everything done and get on the road before, hopefully before 8 o'clock. If we can do that, we might be able to do it in 4 days. We'll just have to see how it all goes. Let's see, somebody asked a little while ago, how's our transport team doing? So far, so good. Right now, it's just me and Daniel. Daniel's doing a lot of Facebook Live with Elephant Sanctuary Brazil. He's a Brazilian that is one of the directors of our association here, of Santuário de Elefantes Brazil. He is fabulous. He's great. He's easy. He's kind. He has an incredible heart, and so he's integral to what we're doing here, and just a good balance for all of us. And so it's just he and I right now. Later today, our pro bono lawyer Rafael, one of our pro bono lawyers, Rafael, will be here. And then later tonight, Claire, who was with us on Rambas' trip, she is going to document the trip for us, one of the documentarians doing the trip. And then tomorrow, the rest of the team will come. It'll be Trish, be Tatina, and Simone. And that'll be 7 of us on the first part of the trip. Rafael will be leaving partway through. He'll need to, he can't stay the whole trip, unfortunately. He has other obligations. But he'll be, I think, in probably Brasilia. We'll be dropping him off on the side of the road, so he'll go get a plane and back home to Sao Paulo for his other obligations, unfortunately. But everybody's doing well. So far, so good. Everyone's excited. Right now, again, my primary concern is less about our team, and no offense to Daniel, but more about the caregivers here, making sure they're nice and as stable as can be, because that's what's going to help her the most. Okay, somebody said accident. I didn't see it. Let me see if I can find the question from Cindy. What was the accident people were commenting on? Oh, there was a vehicle accident. What happened yesterday, we were waiting for the truck to arrive, the crane to arrive, and it was late by about 2 hours. and they said it was because of a fatal accident on the side on the highway, and blocked up all traffic coming from Recife. So it was pretty, it's never an easy thing to hear. Never an easy situation. So we didn't get any word from everybody, so we were wondering what was going on, if everything was okay. And then we heard there was an accident, and then we heard it was a fatal accident, not with anybody from our team, but it blocked up traffic. But still, it's a difficult situation, tragic situation, of course. And so that's what that was all about. So it put us behind schedule a little bit yesterday, but of course it was no big deal. Everything's totally fine here. The only thing you can do in those situations is be patient and send blessings to the family for the victim. So tough situation, but overall everything on our end was fine. What that did cause on our end, which is not a big deal, is because we were trying to do a lot of work down here. A lady was up in her little barn up there, and she got a lot of food, got a whole lot of food while waiting for those couple of extra hours. And so when we did finally give her access to the transport container, she was just ready to sleep. So she stayed up by the barn and slept for an hour or so, and then she came on down and went right in the container. So just to give you an update on that discussion. Will it be hard on her physically? I think she's going to be okay. We're going to do some extra precautions. We're going to try to put an extra safety strap underneath her belly to give her a little bit more rest if she needs to kind of take the pressure off her feet a little bit. But I think she's going to do pretty well overall. She's pretty strong. She needs to build more muscle, but overall, her overall health is pretty good. She does go up and down these hills with relative ease. A little slower than a normal elephant because of the problems with her articulations and the problems with her feet, but she does really well. So those are the things we're watching: how she moves, what is normal for her when she's trying to go up and down hills. Does she take the easiest path, or is she okay with taking a hard path? And definitely she's okay with taking the hard path. So it speaks volumes about her. It speaks volumes about her temperament and also her tolerance, which they are incredibly tolerant. They're incredibly patient. So I think she's going to do okay, but it's part of what we observe while we're here, just try to find out what is normal and what is her normal disposition and her normal way of functioning. So I'm going to go back up to the front end here a little bit. We will I'll just see her one more time, and then I'm going to have to go. I can't see comments anymore because of the lighting here. It's pretty bright, but let me see if I can see Lady. There's our sweet girl. Hi, Mom. My mom's watching, which is always wonderful when family joins in. There's a nose. There's a nostril. What are you doing, silly girl? You're very curious, aren't you? You're very curious. Alright, that's a little aggression, so we're gonna walk away. Alright, we're done, lady. Yeah, and aggression is a little bit uncomfortable. I don't really want you guys standing around, so again, we're just gonna give her a little bit of space and kind of step away a little bit, let her know that we're listening. Part of that is that she wants more food, and sometimes she gets away with it with being a little bit of, give me more, and then they give her more right away. So she's kind of learned some of those behaviors as well. So a lot of things that we're working on, subtle communication, let her know, you're not going to get punished. You're not going to be, no one's going to be upset with you, but you're not going to get reinforced positively for kind of demanding things as well. So we just kind of work on a little passive approach to communication, letting her know that we are listening is the biggest part, letting her know that we are here, we are listening. Now she's going to continue to check things out. She's very curious. Play with the doors. This is all part of it. So I'm going to talk to, this is one of the trainers actually, so I'm going to go talk to her a little bit more about what we're going to do. Alright, that's all for now. Thank you guys very much, and we will talk soon. Ciao, ciao.